Scott Pye, good to see you, mate. The fickle world of motorsport is certainly a case for you because it can change from day to day. Originally, you don't have a full-time drive for 2015, make way for Marcus Ambrose, and then out of the blue, Marcus makes way for you. How have you managed to put all that aside and get on with the job of being a race car driver?
Yeah, I mean, obviously it's great to be here and on the show. It's a good opportunity for me because it did come as a massive surprise. I mean, I'd just gotten up, got the phone call from the team, and they said, we need you to come in and have a meeting at 11 o'clock. And my first thought was that I'd done something wrong. You get it so regularly, you've said the wrong thing or done the wrong thing at a racetrack, and yeah, so and they wouldn't tell me what it was. This is 11 o'clock on the Tuesday that it was actually released. So yeah, I got to the workshop as quick as I could, and Marcus was in there, everyone was there, and they took me into the meeting first without Marcus, explained the situation, explained what Marcus was thinking, and yeah, presented me with the drive really for Tasmania. Then Marcus came up and explained to me what his thinking was, and I mean, it was all handled really well, extremely quick, and I mean, I think it was thrown upon the team as a surprise as well. Obviously for me it was a complete surprise, but I think it was dealt with really well.
So all of a sudden you've got to adjust your mindset, don't you, that you're going to race for the rest of the season, we're assuming, and also you are the lead driver for a Team Penske operation. Did that hit you between the eyes?
I mean, I was effectively, I thought of myself as unemployed. Yes, I was doing the Enduros, but at the same time, that's not until the end of the year. So until then, I was sending my resume around, trying to find drives here and there. And so for this to come up, it's possibly temporary, but at the same time, I'm just appreciating every moment I get to drive the car. But to work with, you know, now getting the opportunity really to work hand in hand with Dick Johnson Racing and Team Penske is a big honour for me, especially as a young guy. And yeah, I'm thought of as the lead driver at the moment, but you know, we've got a lot to learn. It is a new team. We found on the weekend the car. We've got some difficulties with it still. So it's my job to try and speed up that process, and it's a big honour for me. I mean, I watched Marcus growing up, so for me coming in and for him coming in and me getting to meet him and everything was really cool enough. But then for him to actually say to me, I need your help, you know, that's quite a big deal.
That's pretty cool. It's interesting to hear your transition into the FGX, because we heard it from Davey Reynolds that it's a different car and a different way of driving, or different results, especially for him. But you guys struggled a little bit. Where are the key areas where you need to make it up? Yeah,
I mean, I saw that through Clipsal and AGP that Marcus had some troubles. They really tuned it up on Sunday at Clipsal and got in that 10, the quickest forward. But, you know, we could see, and as a driver, I could see some of the issues he was having, and I was pretty sure. I mean, I thought he was doing a great job, so I didn't expect to jump in at Tasmania and be right up the front. And I thought that, you know, 15th was really where, that was a bloody good lap. I thought I was pretty happy with it when they told me that it was only 15th. Obviously, I was gutted, but the guys at ProDrive have had a good start to the year. For us, there's been a lot we've transitioned with. You know, the car is different as well. We've got a whole new team. We've got some new mechanics, some same mechanics as what we had last year, but obviously the car aerodynamically and the balance has changed a lot. That, you know, we need to find where that shift is. We need to find the new balance and find that operating window, because last year I felt like we had it. At the end of the year, we could roll to most tracks with a similar car, and we were in the window. We were competitive in first practices off the bat. So this year, obviously, like I said, the balance has just shifted a lot, and we've got a lot of new things we need to try and nut out.
And of course, the modern day V8 supercar, regardless of, you know, what model you're in, effectively is an entirely different beast to what Marcus Ambrose was racing in 9 years ago. And that seems to be one of the big issues here, that he can't get enough laps down in testing to get used to the car, and hence the reason. We had to wait a while for Marcus to give his public explanation. He did it on the V8 Supercars website in an interview with Rusty. So let's have a listen to a bit of what Marcus said.
You know, the team can't wait for a driver to get reacclimatised. You can't lose a year in this game. You know, there's this misalignment between, you know, a driver like myself coming back in the series, the way we try to do it, catching up in time without wasting, you know, races.
So really, Scotty, I mean, if you could get the laps down in testing, obviously the game would be a lot different for Marcus Ambrose. So do you agree, a question without notice, mate, do you agree we need more testing?
Yeah, for sure. I think that it's more than that as well. I think the tyres are so limited now that it makes it tough, not only for Marcus, but also young guys coming in. Obviously, you know, Andre Heimgartner this year as well is from DVS to main series. This is a big step up, and I think that effectively we've got one test day this year, and that makes it bloody tough. I mean, especially for the lead driver, but even more so for the co-driver now. I think that it's made it difficult for Marcus, and I'm sure that that's partly why he's made this decision. He feels like, I mean, he was in NASCAR for longer than he was in V8 Supercars, so it is going to be tough for him to come back in, and I think the competition has certainly lifted over the years, but Yeah, they're not making it easy for us. I think that's for someone a little bit higher than me, obviously, to make that decision. But in my opinion, I think it'd be great to have more testing and a lot more tyres as well.
Like, I reckon,
can I just chime into this? It's a really important point that Scotty makes. I mean, there's been testing restrictions for good reason in our sport. We have now 3 test days, of which 2 went in the start of the year with the official test day. So there's 1 day left. Now, you've got to remember there's 2 issues, the testing and the tyres. I'd rather see them on a soft tyre more often. It's more like a race driver tyre. But when you think about it, we've got cars that are heavy, they've got a high centre of gravity, they've got low grip, high horsepower and low aerodynamics. They're the hardest cars to drive in the world, as has been evidenced. And they're also, we've got more limited testing than most categories in the world. And if you think about it, the smartest thing we could do is have blokes like Scotty, 15 of them lined up ready to come into our category. Yep. It'd be the biggest cost containment measure we could do. Blokes like him wouldn't be earning so much dough.
Sorry, I had no idea what you were saying until you mentioned money, Leica. That's the interesting thing.
He was zoned out, though. I did see that until you mentioned cash.
Good point. Hey, Scott, best of luck for the rest of the year. We really appreciate your time on Easter Sunday. All the very best as your lead driver at the Penske operation, and we look forward to you taking on David Reynolds at the simulator as well. Please thank Scott Pye, ladies and gentlemen, as he heads off on a big rest of 2015.